everyone. We are Group Project 4, and our topic is campus life. Our group members include Jie Yuyan, Shuai Binzhang, and Yutang Gao. I'm Jie Yuyan, and I will talk about the responsibility freshmen will have in their college life. First, before going to the university, most of us are taken care by our family, and we don't have to worry about to make our own schedule and pocket money. In addition to study and play, parents will help us to do all the other bits and pieces. We don't have that sense of responsibility, but when we start leaving home to go to college, everything starts to change and we have to take on that. We must too have a time schedule on our own to leave each day to the fullest, not just spend a few nights in the library before the final exam. And one important thing is our safety. Without a family member accompanying with us, we should be careful of any stranger who might put medicine in a drink at a party, and not to walk alone at night. We must have the responsibility to take care of ourselves so that no one will worry. Second is family. Before we go into the university, we spend most of the time with our family since we were born. Our family teach us countless life philosophies and bring us up. We are the most important things in each other's life. So when we leave them for a long time, we really don't know how much our parents miss us. So we must have the responsibility to have the idea that we are the member of our own home and take care of our parents. Once we were free, we must call our parents to tell them the status and report to them that we are safe, because they are in a different place and they always worry about our safety. Parents are the strongest support behind us. And last, our future. Since we were adults, everything in life should be decided by ourselves, not our parents, not our professors, and we must have the responsibility to decide our future path. For example, if we are not interested in our current major, we can take other side courses to explore that what we are really interested in and continue to study in this field. During the 4 years in university, we should not only be accomplished in study, but also take an active part in activities to add to the resume of the job application. If we want to continue studying after college, we'll have to take various exams to apply to the future graduate school. Additionally, we should use the weekend to get internship. Think about our future. We will undertake more responsibilities. As we grow older, as we understand more about the world, the burden of responsibility becomes heavier and heavier, but we still have to find the joy of life under the pressure to be more successful.
Hello, I'm Shuai Binzhang, and today I will talk about the part of self-discipline. Firstly, we need to control the calories we intake while we eat foods in university. When we were in middle school, most of us ate at home because it was close to school, and also parents could cook foods which were much healthier and delicious than the school restaurants. So we did not need to care about whether this food are good or not, because parents never do harm to their children. However, after we go to university, we have to identify which food is good and which we should have tried to avoid, even if it tastes good. For example, as for me, junk foods like french fries and hamburgers are delicious indeed. However, they have high calories. As we all know, overconsumption of high calories food will fresh us up and cause a series of problems of our health. Professor Richardson, director of research at Brown University School of Medicine, found the phenomenon by long-term research that over the past year, they found boys fed up 5.6 pounds and the girls fed up 3.6 pounds. It is because students always intake the high-calorie foods. And after reading this research, once I want to eat these junk foods, I will control my thoughts. Because of my self-discipline on eating, I keep fit all the time. And secondly, I will talk about the self-discipline on study. So, we need to more self-discipline on study because in the middle school we were asked to study hard by our teachers and parents. The teachers in middle school always took more care about their students compared with professors and instructors in college, both on studies and their lives. And parents were also easy to supervise their children because they could receive feedback of academic performance of their children from teachers each week, so they could talk with their children on the weekend. However, when we go to the college, no one will supervise us every moment, and there are a lot of things will disturb us, like social activities, the relationship with other people, and find internship. And the writer in NCU adjusting to college said, ability to manage time on study can help us avoid this turbulence and ensure us keep high GPA. So more self-discipline on study is a good way to adjust to college. I wish everyone can adapt to college quickly and have a good experience. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Yu Tang Gao, and I will tell you about self-reliance. When we talk about studying abroad, self-reliance appears in our mind firstly. As an international student, there are lots of difficulty to wait for me, and I have already made my own plan in detail. Actually, I'm studying how to cook now because eating is the most important part in the future. My mom teaches me 3 times a week in order to help me cook fluently. Up to now, I have learned how to cook 5 different dishes and even warm dumplings. Besides cooking, I also learned how to wash my clothes when there's no washing machine because sometimes washing by our hands is more convenient and saving time. Moreover, folding the clothes, cleaning up the room, and making the bed are all necessary for us, right? To learn, and I have already learned them proficiently. Every time when I travel or study in other places, I will never bring dirty clothes to my house. I don't need my parents to wash clothes for me. So I think that I can take care of myself when I study in America. Okay, there are lots of other life skills like this is, and I will try my best to study more in a limited amount of time. Besides that, I think that taking care of ourselves is also a kind of independent. For example, I can find out what is needed, I can have a good time allotment, I can spend my free time on doing interesting and useful things that I like sports or exercise, and so on. Okay, this is all our reports. The first part, relation responsibility, right, is finished by Jie Yan, and the second part, self-discipline, is finished by Shui Bin Zhang. Finally, I finished the last part, self-reliance. My group's number. They make PPT and I make a video clip. So that's what we do. Thanks.